So, yeah, I don't know if you've seen the title of this video, but if you clicked on the video, then you've probably seen the title. Anyway, this is going to be a more serious topic, I guess. It's just that I really liked ranting on my last video, so I'm just going to do it again because why not? It's like 11 o'clock at night, but let's get this show on the road. So, rape. I know. What? Why are you talking about rape? I'll fucking tell you why. Because, I'm not allowed to have social media. Like, almost all social medias are pretty much off limits for me. Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, Snapchat, all that jazz, Twitter, I'm not allowed to have. One of the few things that I can have, though, is Pinterest. And so I go on Pinterest and I find all the funny Tumblr posts. And I find all the funny memes and all the stuff like that. Because, why not? Gotta do something. Anyway, so I went on Tumblr. Oh, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I switched stuff around in my room. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll continue. Did I just say I went on Tumblr? No, I went on Pinterest. I was just scrolling through and I found this one thing. It was talking about rape. And it was a big screenshot of a bunch of people on Tumblr posting onto the thing. And of course the person screenshotted it and put it on Pinterest, blah, blah, blah. What? That's the thing that happens. Anyway, so the first thing was pretty much this one person going on saying how how guys being raped by girls and girls being raped by guys were pretty much the same thing, and we should be treating them as such, and we shouldn't be separating them because they were all the same thing, and that they were upset with them seeing people point out one is worse than the other. And then this person got pretty much, I'd say, attacked. Like, the people who were replying weren't screaming at them and telling them how much of a terrible person they were and everything. But they were pretty much saying how worse a girl being raped by a guy was, and how this one person had all this information about all these things that have gone on, like girls have been raped by guys for centuries, and girls have been sold into slavery, and girls have been sold to older men for money and things like that, and so everyone was just saying that girls being raped by guys was worse than guys being raped by girls. And this one person completely said that guys being raped by girls was so rare that they didn't really need to worry about it. And I'm over here saying, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Here's the thing that really, really pissed me off about all this, is that as more and more people started to reply, it was less of them trying to show that girls being raped by guys was worse, and more of them just trying to beat in that they were right and the other person was wrong. And that other person was a terrible person to even say such a thing, that they were the same thing, that they should be treated as such. And I'm like, again, what the fuck? Why? First of all, it's all the same. Whether it's a guy being raped by a girl, a boy being raped, a guy being raped by a girl, or a girl being raped by a guy, or something in between, a gender fluid person being raped by a trans person, or a trans person being raped by a guy, or anything. It doesn't matter, because it's all rape. It's all rape. I don't care how much one how much one thing is reported on more than another thing, it all still happens, and it shouldn't. It shouldn't. And what's crazy is that I know that I'm going to get backlash from this. Me, a 14-year-old, almost 15-year-old person, is going to get backlash from this for me saying that it's all rape. It's all rape, and it should all be treated like rape. It does not matter who's being raped and who the raper is. It's rape. And there's a person who is traumatized by this for the rest of their goddamn lives. And people are over here arguing over whether one part of rape is worse than another part of rape. It's all rape. It's all rape. And I was reading through this Pinterest/Tumblr post thingy, and I just wanted to scream and cry. And I get it. There were a lot of things that people brought up that I understood that were true. There were a lot of cultures out there that girls are sold to older men to give one family more money. I get that. But they also said that never happens to little boys. Never. Never once. That's what they said. Never. It never happens to guys. Excuse me? Excuse me. I didn't do a bunch of research on this before I started making the video and shit, but I'm pretty sure that's happened. I'm pretty sure a lot of this shit has happened. And either way, it still doesn't matter. Because over here, and it's not just arguing over which is worse, it's arguing over who's really to blame. And there are feminists over here saying that, well, girls are so much better than guys. No, they're not. Girls and guys are the same. They should be treated the same. Of course, girls have certain problems and guys have certain problems that the other gender, other biological sex doesn't have, and that's okay. And it can be treated as such. But at the same time, we're all humans. We are all humans on Earth. On Mother Earth. We all are. That's just how life is. Suck it up, Buttercup. Anyway, I lost my point for a moment. Anyway. I forgot where I was going. Anyway. I keep saying anyway. I'm sorry. But feminists are saying that girls are better than guys. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're the same. They're the same. Just a little insight in case you didn't know. Girls and guys. Oh, we're all humans and we're all the same. Did you know? Did you know? And people are over here saying, oh, this girl was raped. This girl was raped by this guy. And, well, they were obviously wearing something promiscuous. They were obviously showing too much skin. They were showing a shoulder. It was a shoulder. They showed a shoulder. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. It's a shoulder. It's a shoulder. Obviously they weren't wearing enough clothes. Obviously they were asking for it. Oh, and this guy that got raped by a girl, oh, well, obviously he wasn't man enough to push off that girl who was, well, society says the girls are weaker than guys. So why wasn't the guy able to push her off? Obviously the guy wasn't manly enough. Obviously the guy wasn't strong enough. And the guy, it's a guy. He should be fine. Just brush it off. It'll be fine. No! No! And then people are over here saying that guys get raped by girls less than girls get raped by guys. I don't believe that in the slightest. At all. At all, at all. I'm pretty sure that it's just girl rape, girls being raped by guys, is reported on a lot more than guys being raped by girls. Because if a girl goes out and says that she was raped, the backlash that she'd get is mostly, well, obviously you were wearing too much. You weren't wearing enough. Obviously this, obviously that. You were being promiscuous. You were showing too much skin. La la la. Obviously you were asking for it. But if a guy goes and says that he was raped by a girl, in this patriarchal society that we live in, he's going to get the backlash of that he's just not good enough. He's just not man enough. He's just a crybaby. He shouldn't show his emotions. Obviously, he's weak because he was able to be held down by this girl who, like I said earlier, society says is weaker, which makes that man weak. So yes, they will both get backlash, but this guy is going to have to live with the knowledge that he will almost always be seen as weak when he shouldn't be seen as weak. So I'm guessing guys just don't come forward with it. I'm not saying that girls don't come forward, that a lot of girls just don't come forward with it. But I can tell you, I think 3 or 4 guy friends that I know have been sexually assaulted in some way, and they haven't gone forward with it at all. Some of them were sexually assaulted by girls. Some of them were sexually assaulted by other guys. And they haven't said shit about it. Because they're scared. They're a lot more scared. And I get it. Most guys, they don't have to always look over their shoulder while they're walking down a sidewalk. They don't have to be careful about what they wear. They don't have to be careful about checking to make sure that they always have their drink on them so other people can't drug it. They don't usually have to be scared about those things, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. That doesn't mean that guys just get raped less. It doesn't mean that girls just get raped more. It just means that this society is fucking broken. That we're breaking rape up into one and another, and one is worse. No. Guys get in abusive relationships too. Girls get into abusive relationships. Gays get into abusive relationships. Lesbians get into abusive relationships. Rape, abuse, sexual assault, molestation, murder. That's what it is. It's not this happened to a girl by a guy, and this happened to a guy by a girl, or this happened to a trans person by another guy, this happened to a demisexual and by a pansexual. No. It's rape, it's murder, it's sexual assault, it's abuse. That's what it is. And we shouldn't be separating it and saying that one thing's worse. And everyone's arguing about what's worse. They're arguing more than they're trying to fix it. They're taking up time typing up full paragraphs this fucking long about how this one person is wrong and how they're right, when they could be using that time to fucking better themselves, better their family, better their future, better the world. And instead, they're using that time to rant about how someone else is wrong. how someone else deserves to die in a hole because of their opinion. Have you ever heard of the agree to disagree? Now, I will admit, there are some things that we just can't agree to disagree on because they're just wrong. They're just wrong. Murder? Come on, guys. Rape? No. No. There are some things we can't agree to disagree on. How? Rape, someone's like, well, rape's fine. Another person's like, no, rape's wrong. What the fuck are you talking about? See? Rape's wrong. Doesn't matter. And I hate having to rant about this at 11 p.m. when I'm fucking tired as shit. But I really, really needed to get this fucking out there because it was pissing me the fuck off. Ugh. Guys. I don't know what this world is fucking turning to. I really don't. We lost our sense of equality, if we had any to begin with. Ugh. There are so many things I could rant about. I know I said in the last video that I'd probably rant about mental illness and shit next, but I really just needed to get this shit off my chest because it was eating me fucking up inside, and it's only the day I literally got... I can't speak. I literally just read this today, and I'm just freaking my shit. Ugh. Anyway, the next episode, the next video will most likely be about mental health and shit, and how just mental health and shit. I'm just pissed off, as you probably couldn't tell. But anyway, to get on a lighter subject after that deep, dark, depressing one, I changed my room. I'll do a video on how it was changed. Maybe. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this room. Anyway, yeah. If you made it this far into the video, again, I guess thanks this time. It's good to know that there are people out there who actually care about this shit, because I know I do. I know it makes me angry. I know it burns me up inside because I've been in situations like this. And I hate one side being told that another thing is worse when they're the same thing. Especially when at the end of the day, people are just getting hurt and it's not stopping. This cycle of pain, of hate, it's not stopping. And there's a very small amount of people who are actually trying to do something about it. And I get it. There are people out there who are very hardcore. They're like, no, we rise up. But I feel like parades and... No, don't get me wrong, I love parades. Sometimes. But anyway, mobs, I guess would be what I'm actually talking about. Mobs and wars and shit about this aren't fixing anything. It's making it worse. Actually, I feel like it's making it goddamn fucking worse. Again, Thanks for making it this far in the 20-minute video about me ranting again. Thanks. I do love you guys. The very small amount of views that I get, I feel like if I can reach to even one person, I feel like that would make me feel good about myself, feel good about other people, feel like I can sleep better at night knowing that I have this out there, knowing that maybe someone sees this and maybe it turns around their thoughts, maybe it turns around their beliefs. I don't know, guys. Thanks again. I love you. Don't die. Be safe. If you're a girl and a teenager, don't get pregnant. Yeah. Oh. Don't die. Be safe. Don't get pregnant. Even if you're a guy, don't get pregnant, please. 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 We don't need that. We don't need that medical mystery. We don't. We really don't. Anyway, also, this isn't me saying that guys don't get raped by guys and girls don't get raped by girls. Trust me, this is not me saying that. This is just me ranting about what was going on in that particular thread that I had found. Guys being raped by guys, girls being raped by girls, they're the same thing. It's all rape. All rape. All right, I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye.